Hey guys, it's Mary, back so soon. Thank you all for joining me again. I've unfortunately taken a deep dive into Chef El Shami's channel here, and I have some thoughts. I do also want to quickly just say thank you to everyone who left me a nice or funny comment. I was really surprised to see how many people were interested in what I had to say, and if this is your first time joining me, please hit the subscribe button because, like I said, I have a lot of thoughts about what we have going on here. Without further ado, today I thought we'd visit some pasta dishes that our chef has created that some people have told me made their Italian grandma turn in their grave. Here we go. So we start off this demonstration with a lesson on how to cut onions. I think this is one of the first streams where he's kind of starting to get some troll comments, some nasty comments about his ability, which, I'm living for. And so he's ferociously chopping these onions. Notice how they're not uniform at all. And we're putting 4 onions, whole onions, into what is already on the stove, ground beef. He's explaining that he put the beef in before the onions, and it's been on there forever, because for some reason that makes no sense to me, he's saying that the onions make the beef juicier, and there's no way in hell it's going to be dry because the onions. That makes absolutely no sense. The more moisture you cook out of your meat, the drier it's going to be. It doesn't matter what you add to it. And you can see by the crumbly gray texture here that we've not achieved moisture. Guys, this is a jump scare so early on in the video, but he's starting in bechamel, apparently. He has maybe like 3 tablespoons of butter, and he puts almost a cup of flour in this. That's 3 times the amount that should be going into thickening a sauce like this. He also just dumps it straight in. To make a roux, especially for bechamel, you want to slowly whisk in the flour until it's like a creamy, soft texture. Just kind of gently cook this over like a medium heat until it toasts the flour and you don't have that raw flour taste. Okay, so now we're whisking together nutmeg, pepper, and milk, which kind of, I guess. But he should be warming this milk before it goes into this sauce. Of course, that's not what he's going to do. He's instead going to violently beat this butter and flour around over too high of heat until you'll see it turns into what you might fill a pothole with. He's proud of it. He's proud of the color on it, which is, again, beige. He's explaining to his little cheerleader Dee Dee here that, look, he can press around these lumps and they just mash down, and that's how you know there's not going to be any chunks in the end, which killed me. Now we're going in with the cold milk mixture here, which is this is not even a cup of milk, so it's barely even the same amount of flour you put in. Look at this. It looks like grits. It's looking like wallpaper glue. It's looking viscous. Also, honorable mention for all the flakes of Teflon that are just being scraped off the sides of this pan with the metal whisk. Look at that waterfall. Doesn't that look like a delicious creamy sauce that's perfect for pasta? No, he's gonna put more raw milk in because it's way too thick. Guys, he's so triggered in this video. He's yelling at chat, if this isn't the way you make bechamel, then make it your own way. This is my way. And his way is, again, uncooked milk dumped in because his shit is glue. Look, whisk, and it'll all get better. Look how pale. More explanation coming up of my way. And we know your way. We get it. So here comes our cooked pasta. Did anyone else inherit, casserole dishes like this from their grandma? Because I feel like maybe, I don't know, Chantal did? Okay, bechamel over the first layer of pasta. Now, tough guy here is going to mix with his bare hands. Yeah, piping hot. Dee Dee's concerned, guys. She's worried, but tough guy No problem for him. Two recurring themes I've noticed in this deep dive I've been doing is Nader thinking it means something when he touches stuff that's hot, and him massaging things. If he went into a kitchen and like started touching shit that was hot, people would just make fun of him. Like, no one thinks that's cool. No one thinks that work injury is tough. Like, and the barehanding is just bizarre. Okay, in goes our unseasoned, overcooked onions and beef. Just massaged right over the top. It's so funny the way he's so particular about like where each little piece lays. And I've also noticed he's really weird about like wiping the edges off of dishes or like wiping little crumbs off his cutting board. Yet we've seen him literally like track chicken blood across his entire kitchen, or, you know, like peel shrimp and then drink a sauce out of the same cup. Like, look, he's arranging each noodle barehanded as if it's going to matter, because trust me, you're going to see the finished product. It does not matter. And I do know he's trying to achieve like a traditional Greek dish. It's basically like a Greek lasagna. I think it's called pastizo. Please don't kill me over that. But if he was really trying to like achieve that look, he'd be laying each noodle like in a row flat next to each other. And that's not what he's doing. He's just, again, like manhandling, touching. I don't know what that is. Okay, this took me out. Look at the tag burned onto the bottom of his pan. Just take that in. And then, of course, the flakes of nonstick that he's just whisking up with his vigorous trying to loosen up this sauce. And, okay, so this sauce is already way too thick. It's seized up. And he's about to put it in the oven and just, like, cook everything down even more. The gluten from the pasta is going to thicken things. God. Okay, and he's gonna come back in to like smooth this out even more with his rubber spatula. Look how tedious he is with this. It's so strange. I think I can only describe this as crackhead energy. Like, honestly, if you've ever worked in a restaurant, like you've worked with people that like maybe at one point had decent skill but like became tweakers, and this is that. Another theme we're going to see in this video is him not having enough sauce to like properly coat his pasta so that it's not getting this like dry, toasted the hell out texture on top. Like, something good about chewy noodles. Like, I get it. The edge piece on like baked pastas like this is good, but this is really dry, and the amount of cheese he grates up is just like so puny, and it's mozzarella and sharp cheddar. This is like a Greek dish. I don't know. It sounds nasty to me. I actually used the stock image from his thumbnail and reverse looked up the recipe for this dish, and they used feta, which sounded pretty good to me, and they used it in a way where they like mixed it with egg to just lightly coat the noodles before they put it in the sauce with the beef and everything. But we did it his way. Taste test. Ugh. Orgasmic. Okay, like I said, here's what was presented to us in the thumbnail. And here is what we got. Chef Nader's way, baby. Okay, it's time for the hashtag highly requested lasagna. Oh, guys, this one, like, I was depressed watching this last night, trying to decide what to clip out. It's funny now, the second time, but it's so bad. I just entirely cut out him making the sauce, which consisted of like 3 Roma tomatoes, a tin of tomato paste, a whole carrot, blended and cooked down with water. I didn't see any Italian seasoning. Oh God. It was just, I couldn't even comment. So we're going straight into basket weaving with lasagna noodles. I've never seen such a thing. The noodles are totally limp and overcooked. That's the least of our problems, though. We've got the obvious issue of the noodles hanging completely over every surface in the kitchen. Oh, look, this smoothie looks like broccoli cheddar soup. I couldn't help myself. I had to say that. So what we're going to do is dump like 3/4 of our watery sauce over these noodles. And I want to draw your attention to the bottom right corner. Like, bottom of your screen right corner, because I want to count how many layers of pasta we're going to actually end up with here. So we already have one. Let's not forget there's no sauce on the under layer, so that's bare noodle on dish. So now here we go, second layer, bottom right corner. We have a third layer with the broken pieces. This makes no sense. He's now piling them up. That's 5 layers of noodles in that bottom right corner. And with the noodles being so overcooked, there's so much gluten and starch right on the surface. These noodles are just going to stick to each other for their lives. Okay, we're going in with almost the rest of the sauce, and it seemed like what he's trying to achieve here is to like seal this balloon of noodle and sauce. It's like a flotation device. Okay, 6 layers of noodles right on top of each other. Okay, but there's 1 layer of sauce, but still, that bottom right corner, 6. We're going 7, 8, 9 with all those layers. And look, he's like sealing it shut. Okay, again, the theme, we are out of sauce. We're at the top of the noodles. We are dead out of sauce. Did anyone also notice how he had to move all the noodles to open that drawer earlier? Disgusting. I think in this moment he realizes he fucked up and didn't put any cheese anywhere. So he puts like a heaping tablespoon of ricotta and some milk into the pot where he had the sauce before. Like, doesn't even rinse it out or anything. So he's just going to stick this bad boy tightly wrapped in foil into the oven. And he's just going to seal those noodles together that have no sauce between them. Here he's trying to roll it around to get the sauce on the edges because it's dry as hell. I also cut out the part where he sliced up a raw tomato and put it on top. He's achieving nothing there. Like, it's just water basically coming out of the tomatoes. I guess it has kind of a look, but imagine taking a bite into that raw tomato that's right on top of your lasagna. It's just gonna be stringy, floppy, watery. We get the tiniest dusting of cheese on top, you guys. It's sad. Okay, here he's cutting and he's like really lecturing Dee Dee about like, because of the way I do it my way, it doesn't have to rest. It's all gonna hold solid together. And like, yeah, it's gonna hold together because you literally just did Lincoln Logs with plain noodles, except for he goes to put it on the plate and it's just like. So yeah, like here he's showing off, look, there's nothing left in the bottom. Okay, you didn't put sauce on the bottom of your dish. You again wove a basket out of noodles, and yeah, it's dry. Congrats. Look at this plating. I don't even know if he filmed this. He put sriracha, cut tomato, parsley. I cut the preparation of that cheese mixture down for time, but the ricotta, milk, I forgot to tell you, dill, and then he like mushes up a bunch of green olive and mixes that in. It sat on the stove for so long that, you know, ricotta, which is so delicious because it's a soft, high moisture cheese, he cooked it down to like this chalky paste. Look at the color of it. Have you ever seen ricotta that looks like that? I've heard people say this looks like Chantal, which I died. You did it again, chef. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I'm having so much fun doing this. I don't know if you can tell that I'm feeling warmed up now. I got so much love on my first video. I thought I was going to get no views. Like, I'm having fun with this. I've already got more in the works. I hope you'll stick around. I hope you'll subscribe. I hope you will leave me a comment on what you want to see me do next. I know there's a lot of material and I'm willing to do it for you. Until next time, I will chat with you then. Thanks, guys.